I wanted to thank everybody for all of your sweet comments and well wishes and everything on my birth story. I have done my best to look through most of them and respond to as many as I can, and I just am blown away by everyone's very nice comments. So we have had little baby Louie for this time of the recording. He is about 3 weeks old, so for a few weeks now, and I am getting back into the swing of things after doing my 2 weeks of total resting in my bed and just, I mean, not just completely my bed, a lot of resting where I wasn't up doing anything, no cooking or cleaning, not really even taking care of my other children. Thankfully, we have had so much help with family members coming over and bringing meals, and then also people helping with our other kids, so I could really just relax and try to take it easy with the new baby. But with it being nice outside, I mean, it's hot, but summer, not freezing cold, I did enjoy a lot of time outside and sitting out there, but really doing a 2 weeks of just sitting and bonding and getting to know my little newborn and letting my body rest. Now, I know that at 2 weeks you're not totally healed and ready to just do anything, and I try to do low activity for 6 weeks. It gets hard for me because I get really antsy and ready to get back into my normal activities, but I like to try my best to keep it easy for the next 6 weeks. So that means there's lots of breaks in my day, lots of breaks nursing and cuddling the baby. I try to still take a nap each day, but then again, here I am getting back into my normal routine. And one thing that becomes a very normal thing several times a week is changing out the sheets after I have a newborn, because overnight with a baby in my bed, we are getting a lots of stuff on the sheets. Let's go with that, like milk, spit up, the baby pees, poops, just whatever, you know, this, if you have a newborn, you know, and so sheets have to get changed all the time. And so that's what I'm getting done here this morning. I love to keep the baby close to me when I have a newborn, and so using a wrap or some type of carrier is so crucial for me. And you'll see that I keep this baby wrapped on me or in a carrier almost for the whole first year. I mean, obviously as he gets older and he wants down, he will get down, but for a while, this is where my babies love to be, and I love having them here. So this here is the Sally baby wrap, and it's my favorite wrap for the summertime because it's nice and thin, so I don't get too hot in it and the baby doesn't get too hot. But as he gets older, I'll get a little bit of a stronger wrap when he gets bigger, and then eventually I'll use a more structured carrier. With this being my 7th baby, I have come to realize just how fast the newborn stage and really every stage goes. My oldest child is only 11, and so I don't know this full well yet because I don't have teenagers or even drivers yet, but I can just tell that it really is true that, you know, you blink and things happen so quickly, and I really can't believe that I even have an 11-year-old. That seems crazy to me that I have been a parent for over a decade. And one thing that I have learned is that I really love to slow down and enjoy each season, because each season has something that I love about it. I'm constantly saying, this is my favorite time, this is my favorite age, this is my favorite season, because each season is so fun and has something about it. But I'll forever say that the newborn phase is just, it's my favorite, it's the sweetest, it's the fastest, it's so fleeting. And so it's something that I just, at this point, having, you know, done this, well, this is my 7th time, I know not to take it for granted, because it really, really does go so fast. And with kids in the past, I kind of rushed through those first couple of weeks and couldn't wait to get back into my normal activities. And in the last couple of kids, and even more so with this little boy than any, I really did just enjoy it and sit and, you know, stare at him and smell him, just like all the little things, like, oh my goodness, because they change so fast. And already right now, when I look back at pictures of him right when he came out to what he looks like at 3 weeks old, he already looks different, and I can already tell that he is bigger. And oh man, it just goes so fast. So if you are, you know, a new mom or have a baby, just be sure to enjoy it, because it really is true with how quick it goes. All right, so I just got the baby all fed and back happy and asleep, and so he is back in my wrap, which is where my newborns live. I love practicing that 4th trimester where I keep them close and right by me for the next few months. And so that's what we're doing right now. And you'll see multiple times throughout this video me kind of like pulling him out and changing him and nursing him, and then he's back in the wrap. And if you don't see him in my wrap, that's because my daughter has him in the wrap, because we are constantly fighting over who gets to wrap him, because, you know, newborns are just so sweet and everybody wants a newborn. I keep joking and saying that we should have had twins so that we both could have a baby. But while I'm sitting here, I'm going to tell you guys about my Blooming Face Pro, because I'm going to use it right now. This little device uses microcurrent to help lift, tighten, and tone the skin. And I am absolutely loving it. I love the results that I'm seeing. And I also love that it's just so simple to use. So when I am sitting here rocking a baby, nursing him, or just sitting on the couch holding him, just run this over my face for a few minutes, and then I am done. Because as you can imagine right now, with a newborn and toddlers and other little ones running around, it's hard for me to do any type of skincare routine. And so I love that this is just so simple to use. I like to use this at nighttime, right after I put on some moisturizer, and just use this to really rub the moisturizer in, and that's when I see the best results for it really lifting and toning, and also just helping to reduce puffiness in my skin. I really like using it even up here on my forehead. If you have a deep crease up here like I do, you will like using it here as well. After using this just for a few weeks, I have noticed tighter skin. You only have to use it for 3 minutes 3 times a week, which I love because I'm not good at remembering to do things very often. So you don't need very much time to notice a difference, or it's not going to take out much time in your schedule. And like I said, you can do it just while you're sitting down watching TV. Now, if you noticed, I've only been doing half of my face this whole time. I wanted to see if you guys can notice a difference in this side being lifted or more smooth or toned, I can notice a difference just after a few minutes. So I wanted to just do one side so you guys can see the difference as well. This is normally $150, but right now you guys can get it for $70 off by using the link down in my description box below. And you'll also get a free ebook with some face tightening secrets with that whenever you use my link. And you want to act quick because this coupon with the $70 off is only for the first 100 people. So be sure if you want to check this out and use it and have tighter, smoother, less puffy skin, to use the link down in my description box below. Every few weeks, Blooming activates this code because it sells out really quickly. So be sure to get it now if you guys are ready to try it out. And the best thing is that if you don't absolutely love it, they will give you your money back. It is 100% guaranteed. So if you don't love it, you don't have to pay for it. And that's what I absolutely love about this product. They are so sure that you're gonna love it that they will give you your money back if you don't. So be sure to use that link to get your discount. All right, so I've done this for a few minutes now. He is nice and cozied and back, sound asleep. So I'm gonna get busy again getting a few more things done today. I think one of the hardest parts for me with doing a lot of time just sitting and resting and not going out, there's a couple of things. One, I always feel really great after giving birth. And so I'm not necessarily sitting and resting because I feel bad. I always feel really ready to go and, you know, fine to go on with normal activity. But I know that it's best for my body to rest and heal. And also, you know, like I said, it's just a fleeting time. And so I like to do it for the baby as well. But also, I am an extreme extrovert. On the Saturday right after Lewis was born, so he was probably like 4 days old, I think. He was born on a Wednesday, so in the middle of the night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like 4 days old. My husband had most of my boys with him at our farm, working on the hogs and just different things at the farm. And my sister came and picked up my daughter and my toddler to go to the farmer's market, leaving me at home with just little baby Louie. And part of me so bad just wanted to go with her. Like, why can I not go to the farmer's market? I feel totally fine. How harmful would it be for me just to like walk around and, you know, visit with my sisters, my mom. We always go to the farmer's market every Saturday morning with my sisters and my mom all through the summer. And I was like, part of me was a little bummed that I was missing it, but then I was like, no, that's so silly. This is a great opportunity for me to rest and be home. And it was such a great day. I really did just lay down and relax in my bed that day, held the baby, napped when he was napping. And I felt so good that night whenever my husband got home because I had so much rest that day. But honestly, as an extroverted person, I have to really work on this because it isn't in my blood to stay home or miss anything. I always want to go. Another thing that is hard, probably for most moms, if you are like a stay-home mom and you're used to doing all of the homemaking and cooking and cleaning in your home, is to let go of things. And this is something that I have worked on a lot, and I feel like this time I did way better than past postpartum, you know, times, is by letting go of things. You know, when I'm sitting there resting on the couch and I see things that don't get done the exact way that I do them, not to let that stress me out. I mean, my husband does a great job. We had, like I said, so much help with the kids and meals, but nothing gets done the way, you know, that the mom does it, or the way that the homemaker that usually does it. Like, you know, they don't put every single thing away. Like if we have water bottles out and they're clean, I put the water bottles back away. I put the kettle away each day. I turn on the lamps each day. I, you know, make a fresh flower arrangement for the table. Just like these little things that absolutely do not matter. But when I am sitting there on the couch looking around, you know, you see dust on the floor, or, you know, dishes not done correctly, and your lamps are crooked, or the picture frame's crooked on the wall. It's really hard to sit there and think, okay, I'm not gonna worry about this. But this time, again, I guess being a more seasoned mom and knowing how fast this goes, I didn't allow any of that stuff to bother me. And just knowing that when I got back into the swing of things, it would be super easy to do a quick little mom clean, as my sister and I like to call it, to get everything back in order and have it the way that I like it to be, and not let it to stress me out during my time of rest. We have so many beautiful things in bloom right now, and my cut garden is finally blooming, and so we have zinnias and cosmos coming up, and it's so fun to go around and make different arrangements. I've said this so many times, but this really truly is one of my favorite things about this season. One thing that got a little neglected while I wasn't up and about was the garden, and you know, some of my hanging baskets and flower boxes definitely needed to be watered. But again, not letting these things bother me, it's not really that big of a deal. And if this year is a year that we do not get a good yield and just not that many vegetables or flowers, it's okay. We had a new baby, and that is to be expected. So one of the things that I definitely had to do when I got back into the swing of things was go around and water everything. Thankfully, we did have a couple of good rains during the time that I was in my, you know, first 2 weeks after having a baby. And so nothing was completely dead, but everything did need a pretty good water. Getting a loaf of sourdough bread going, not necessarily for anything in particular. I was just ready to get some baking going again. It's something that I had not done in a couple of weeks, and like I said, you'll see in this video there's several spots where I'm just taking little breaks where the little guy is ready to get out and stretch and nurse and cuddle without a wrap. And then, you know, there might be a couple of hours in between the camera turning on and off here where I lay down with him and get a little nap as well. It is nice out there.
We can do it open, okay?
Okay.
It's hot outside.
As I said, I have done very little cooking since the baby's been born, and I laid out some meat here at the beginning of the week, and you guys know that's my favorite way to quote-unquote meal plan, is just have some meat defrosted in the refrigerator. And on this particular day I had a roast, and so I'm putting that in my Instapot here. I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes and some steamed vegetables to go along with it, and just to make a pretty easy meal. Honestly, roast is one of the easier meals that I like to do, and during the summertime, anytime that I can, I love to use my Instapot just so the house doesn't get heated up with always using the oven. I do have this roast recipe on my blog, and so I will link it for you guys down below. This is the next day, and I'm getting my bread ready to bake, and then we are actually heading out to go blueberry picking. We live really close to an awesome berry farm, and that is one of my favorite things about the summertime, is going there and picking berries. They have blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, and on this particular day we went with a couple of my sisters, and then later in the day we went to the pool with them. This was one of the first times going out with all 7 of the kids by myself, and I am just so ready to get back into all the fun summer things. I was a little bit sad, you know, having a baby right at the beginning of summer, because I was worried about my other kids missing out on all the summer things. Now obviously that's so silly, because a new baby is always more exciting than anything, but I am happy that we can do these things and still have a lot of fun summer memories even with the new baby. So part of that is going blueberry picking and going to the pool and all of the fun summer things. With our blueberries, we decided to make some blueberry French toast. So I used the bread that I made and a bunch of eggs and milk and butter. And I made this actually the night before, and then we just had to bake it in the morning. Now you'll see I have no final clip of this, and that's because the next morning I actually slept in with the baby, and my husband or daughter, not really sure who, baked it, and it was almost gone when I woke up, and so I wasn't able to get a final clip of this blueberry French toast. But sleeping in when you have a newborn is always more important than anything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and getting a little glimpse of our life here with our new little baby. And don't forget, if you guys want to check out the Blooming Face Pro, I have a link for that down in my description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching.